In this video, we are looking at the ZTE Paragon. This is an all-new Android device from Straight Talk. This one retails for $69.99 from either straighttalk.com or your local Walmart. This device is GSM, so what that means to you is that it'll be activated with AT&T. Features on this are a 4-inch screen, Android 4.4, which is KitKat, 1.2 gig dual-core processor, 5 megapixel camera. It does have an LED flash and a 0.3 megapixel front-facing camera. You don't get an SD card with this phone, so you will need to go out and buy one. Now this is a 4G phone, so it means it's pretty much enhanced 3G. It's not, keep in mind, or do remember that 4G is not necessarily LTE. This is not an LTE phone, so don't confuse it for that. Retail on this is $69.99. Maybe I mentioned that already, but that is the price on it. The phone is about average dimensions. As I said, screen is 4 inches. The height on it is a little less than 5 inches tall, so we have 4.9. The width we have right at 2.5. And then the thickness we have a little bit less than a ½ inch. And as I said, the screen is 4 inches measured diagonally. We have 4.01. Now, one of the things that I don't like on some of these ZTE phones, and that goes for this one, is the fact that the design is really dated. Their phones have not changed much by for like the last 3 years, at least the entry-level phones like this one. It's pretty much the same exact design that ZTE was doing about 3 years ago. So you have the standard 3-button Android layout. The buttons do light up, so they are backlit, which pretty much every ZTE phone that I've tested ever does, which is always nice to have. The volume buttons are on the upper left-hand side. There's your headphone jack, and there's your lock/power button. There's nothing on the right-hand side, and then on the bottom left you have your charge port. And this phone is all plastic construction, so the screen is plastic, as is everything else about it. There's no special trims on it to speak of, so you don't get any nice little chrome trims or anything like that. The whole front face of the phone is like a gloss black, but the sides are kind of the matte black, and it is kind of that rubberized material on the battery cover. So there's the camera. Again, you do get an LED flash on it, and it does have a front-facing camera. Now the performance on it is pretty much what you'd expect these days. It's pretty good considering the price. Very responsive to the touch. You can run just about anything on this phone. That said, you don't get any extras on the Android apps. So you don't get an FM radio, for example. You do get the little flashlight, which they don't all have, but you can always download that. Next, we'll look at the video quality. The video quality on this phone is fairly good. Again, this is an entry-level phone, and the screen is just 4 inches. So the video quality on it isn't the best, but it's not terrible. The video is watchable even at the slightest angles. It doesn't darken too much, but it does a little bit if you kind of go at an extreme angle, which some of the larger phones don't tend to do that, but the smaller ones like this one do. But the video plays nice and smooth, so no problems playing videos on this phone. You do get the Play Store. You can download whatever you want, both paid and free. And next we'll look at the Maps app, so you can get an idea of the responsiveness of it. So there's no issues zooming or or rotating. It is, again, pretty responsive. You do get that 1.2 gig dual core processor. So this thing has no problems as far as performance. This thing will run just about anything you want on it. One thing I will mention is that the screen on some of the ZTEs is not as smooth as some of the other entry-level phones, and that the same goes for this one. This one's not too bad. I've tested worse. This one isn't too terrible, but there is a slight little texture that you can feel when you're swiping and zooming on it. And again, the screen is plastic, so that's fairly typical on some of these plastic screened entry-level phones. So lastly, I guess we'll look at the texting interface so you can get an idea of the keys. And one thing I will mention is when it's in portrait mode, the keys or the icons for the keys are fairly small, so you might have a difficult time texting that way. But they are responsive and accurate. Probably the easiest way to text on this one's going to be in the landscape mode like that, because the icons are a lot bigger and easier to use. So here's we'll look at the phone dialer. So the icons are nice and large, the numbers are nice and large, easy to use. And the same goes for the menus on this one. They are nicely labeled and easy to read, easy to use. Next, we'll look at the camera, and I do like the camera on this phone. It is 5 megapixels, so you will get some nice videos on it, and nice pictures on it, I should say. And the thing that I like about it, it's got the cool little extras like this, auto, manual, HDR, interval, smile, panorama, and then you have some other little special effects, which are mono, sepia, negative. There's a few others, as you can see. So you do get a lot of those neat little effects on the camera, and the picture quality is not terrible. Again, this is a 5 megapixel camera, so the pictures are good, and I do like those little extras that you don't always get on these entry-level devices. So I think that about wraps it up on this phone. The only negative I will give this phone is on the design, simply because it's very dated. I mean, this phone looks like it's 3 or 4 years old, even though it is fairly new. Other than that, performance is nice, very responsive, and the price is right at $69.99.